The Chicago Bears are entering a new era, and one look at their offensive line makes that crystal clear. While many fans have fixated on quarterback upgrades or wide receiver additions, the real transformation is happening up front. And the latest development proves it. Veteran offensive lineman Ryan Bates may not even make the 53-man roster. Surprisingly, that's good news for the Bears. Let's be clear, Bates wasn't a throwaway acquisition. He was brought in with hopes of becoming a key piece in Chicago's protection unit. General Manager Ryan Poles had his eyes on him for years. Initially, Bates was a restricted free agent with the Buffalo Bills in 2022, and Poles tried to sign him via offer sheet. When the Bills matched, the chase didn't stop. In 2024, the Bears finally acquired him in exchange for a fifth-round pick. But reality didn't match the expectations. A camp injury derailed Bates's momentum. Slotted to compete for the starting center job, he ended up playing just 3 games, starting 2. His shoulder issues, reportedly a degenerative arthritic condition, raised serious red flags. Stem cell treatment helped, but his durability is now in question. For a position as physically demanding as interior offensive line, particularly in a zone-heavy scheme, reliability is key. While Bates struggled, others thrived. Coleman Shelton stepped in at center and provided the stability the Bears desperately needed. And then came a wave of promising talent. With names like Jonah Jackson, Teven Jenkins, Darnell Wright, and Braxton Jones, the offensive line started to evolve. And with that evolution, Bates's roster spot became less of a certainty and more of a long shot. Even respected analysts Kevin Fishbane and Adam Johns have chimed in, suggesting Bates is on the outside looking in. This isn't necessarily a reflection of Bates as a poor player, but rather a signal of how far Chicago has progressed. The offensive line has moved from a unit held together by patchwork solutions to one built with purpose, depth, and future potential. Moreover, there's a strategic angle in play. Bates is set to earn $4 million this season. With just a $500,000 dead cap hit, moving on from him would be financially prudent, especially when that money could be redirected to other areas of need. This is where GM Ryan Poles deserves credit. The flexibility in these contracts allows the team to adapt without significant financial setbacks. Bates's situation highlights how well this front office has managed assets over the last few years. Ultimately, the potential release of Bates isn't a step back, it's evidence of forward motion. The Bears are no longer in a position where they need to hope for underperforming veterans to make a leap. Instead, they're choosing from a pool of young, hungry, and versatile linemen who are ready to contribute. The Bears are banking on youth and scheme fit under new head coach Ben Johnson and offensive line coach Dan Rauscher. That shift is evident in their evaluation of talent like Ozzy Trapilo and Kiran Amagadji. These young linemen are getting meaningful reps and are expected to compete heavily throughout camp. The focus isn't just on talent, but on potential, players who fit into a long-term vision and are capable of thriving within a modern offensive system. Ozzy Trapilo, for instance, is a 6 feet 8 inches, 315-pound mountain of a man with quick feet and surprising agility. His build and athletic profile make him an ideal fit for outside zone blocking schemes. Trapilo is raw, yes, but his upside has caught the attention of the coaching staff. He's not just a camp body, he's a future contributor who could be in line for starting reps in a year or two. Then there's Kiran Amagadji, a name fans might not have heard much about, but one that should be on their radar. Amagadji entered the league with virtually no off-season work due to injuries. He was thrown into the fire out of necessity and struggled, but now with a full off-season under his belt, he's turning heads. Amagadji has the physical tools and the intelligence to develop into a reliable swing tackle, or even more. Another name flying under the radar is rookie Luke Newman, a 6th-round pick out of Michigan State. Newman has already impressed coaches during OTAs and mandatory minicamp, showcasing versatility and raw strength. He's got the build, the attitude, and the motor that Johnson is looking for. Though drafted late, his stock is rising quickly in training camp conversations. Let's not forget about Bill Murray, not the comedian, but the offensive lineman who played limited snaps last season but allowed 0 sacks or pressures. The Bears clearly value him, and he's a strong candidate to take one of the final roster spots. Exclusive rights free agent or not, Murray looks like a lock compared to Bates. His calm presence and ability to play multiple interior positions give him tremendous value. Before we move on to the next update, a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this in-depth Bears coverage, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and smash that notification bell so you never miss an update. It helps the channel grow and keeps you in the loop with everything Chicago Bears. Back to the action. Another under-the-radar talent is Ricky Stromberg. Originally drafted by the Commanders, he didn't find his footing there. The Bears swooped in with a strategic contract offer, bringing him into the fold quietly but smartly. With center being one of the toughest positions to fill, Stromberg could be a gem-in-the-rough addition to the roster. He's shown maturity, intelligence, and a strong work ethic, traits that this staff clearly values. These young players, Trapilo, Amagaji, Newman, Murray, Stromberg, represent something the Bears haven't had in a long time. True depth. No longer are we depending on unproven talent just to survive the season. These guys are developmental pieces, and they're thriving in that role. The line is starting to look like one of the deepest in the NFC North. And let's not ignore the financial angle. Cutting Ryan Bates would free up $4 million in cap space while leaving just a $500,000 dead cap hit. That flexibility could help the Bears elsewhere, perhaps even reinforcing another unit in need. Whether it's a mid-season trade or extending a cornerstone piece, every dollar matters in the modern NFL. While the offensive line is finding its stride, the tight end group has hit a minor speed bump. 10th overall pick Colston Loveland is still recovering from a shoulder injury. Though he's been lifting weights and catching passes, he hasn't participated in full-contact drills yet. Head coach Ben Johnson isn't ready to guarantee his availability for the start of training camp. Loveland's own comments suggest optimism, but until he's running full speed with pads on, it's hard to predict when he'll be 100%. He's learning the Bears' complex offensive playbook and adjusting to NFL-level responsibilities. Johnson said Loveland's mental processing is further along than his physical readiness, which isn't unusual for rookie tight ends. Still, expectations are high, and the Bears need him to catch up quickly. The Bears are fortunate to have Cole Kmet as a steady veteran presence who can carry the load in the meantime. Kmet has proven to be reliable in both the run and pass game and has quietly become one of the most consistent tight ends in the league. His leadership could be invaluable to Loveland's development. In a normal year, the lack of certainty around a high draft pick might feel like a crisis. But this isn't a normal year. The Bears are deep, especially on the offensive front. They don't need to force players into positions they're not ready for. That's a testament to the work the front office has done in reshaping the roster. Looking ahead, it seems increasingly likely that Ryan Bates will not make the 53-man roster. His struggles with health, position depth, and scheme fit make him the odd man out. But for once, that's not a cause for concern. It's a celebration of how far the Bears have come. This team has gone from desperation to depth, from relying on duct-tape solutions to building something sustainable. The names on the final roster may still shift as camp battles unfold, but one thing is certain. The Chicago Bears offensive line is no longer a liability. It's a strength. And if Bates does somehow hang on, then the Bears will have a competent backup with experience, something every team needs during a long NFL season. Either way, the Bears are in a great spot. Chicago Bears fans have long waited for a roster that reflects hope, depth, and long-term planning. The uncertainty surrounding Ryan Bates isn't a knock on his effort. It's a testament to a rising standard in Halas Hall. For once, we're not asking who can simply fill a hole. We're deciding who deserves a seat at a much stronger table. As camp approaches, keep your eyes on the young linemen, the unexpected names, and the continued growth of a unit that was once a glaring weakness. It's shaping up to be a competitive and defining summer in Chicago. One thing's clear, the Bears' offensive line is now built on foundation, not desperation. Stay locked in, stay optimistic, and above all, bear down.